Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I'm back talking about ABC Quality and its impact on childcare here in South Carolina. And today I have two special guests. I have Conley Ann Ragley and Blakely Roof. How are you guys doing today?
Hi, thanks for having us on today.
Absolutely. Let's first start by telling everybody who you are and what you guys both do.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm Blakely Roof. I'm here with United Way of Horry County. I'm the president and CEO.
Yep. And I'm Conley Ann Ragley. I am the Chief External Affairs Officer for the South Carolina Department of Social Services, which is the state agency that regulates and promotes child care in South Carolina.
And that's what we're going to be talking about today, how child care impacts the economy too on South Carolina. So tell me what our viewers need to know about that.
Sure, so I know that's something that sometimes people don't think that child care impacts the economy, but if you're a parent or you employ a parent and they don't have reliable, affordable, and accessible childcare, they may not be able to come in and work and provide the services and things that you need as a business owner or their manager to serve your customers or your clients. And so we are trying to get people to realize that the childcare industry and the support of the childcare industry is everyone's business in South Carolina, because it does have a huge economic impact, not only in our businesses, but our quality of life in South Carolina.
Definitely. And Blakely, you know, there are families that are maybe trying to work, but they can't work because they don't have access to help to childcare.
Yeah, and with, not just the accessibility, but, the hours of certain child care centers, if you're working like in the hospitality industry. And a lot of times we'll hear from families that both parents want to work and they just aren't able because it just doesn't make sense financially to put a child in child care when it's going to cost more than what they make.
Yeah, so what is the United Way here in Horry County doing about that problem?
So the first piece is really the advocacy and letting people understand that. When we talk about one of our main priorities is early education, they're like, oh, well, I don't have kids, I'm not worried about that. But kind of going back, it really does make, it affects everybody. And the other piece is, when children are in quality childcare, they're learning those skills and tools that they need as they enter into kindergarten. And unfortunately here in South Carolina, our entering into kindergarten through the kindergarten readiness assessment isn't that great. And sometimes people say, oh, well, ready for kindergarten, I have my backpack and shoes, but it's so much more than that. And if you don't know, you don't know. And so we want to give parents the tools that they can work with their children to have them best prepared when they enter school.
Definitely. And Conley Ann, you obviously deal with this on a daily basis. What are you guys doing to help out with the problem as well?
Right, so as the regulatory agency, we're charged with health and safety of regulating child care centers, not just for the children that attend these centers, but also for the adults and the staff. But it goes so much further than that. So through our ABC Quality program, this provides technical assistance and training for those providers that want to enroll. It's a voluntary program that they enroll in. And remember too that if you go to a child care center and you see an A, B, or a C on the door, it is not like a restaurant inspection where you see a B or a C and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I want to eat there. These centers that are enrolled in ABC Quality are going above and beyond meeting the state minimum standards for health and safety. So if you see a B or a C on that door, they're exceeding the requirements that are set out for the state for health and safety. So of course we have tons of resources, dss.sc.gov. Our Child Care Resource and Referral Network that we fund in partnership with the University of South Carolina can help employers have lots of resources and really just trying to bring folks together in all aspects of our communities, whether it is social services, health, the business community. That's kind of our job here, and what we seek to do is really to get everyone on the same page and to understand that, yes, even if you don't have children, childcare impacts you whether you realize it or not.
It definitely does. Thank you both. I really appreciate it. And guys, you can always learn more information about ABC Quality at www.abcquality.org. This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by ABC Quality and the South Carolina Department of Social Services.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today we're talking about a new thing that has never been on the show. We're talking bowling today, and I'm joined by Lion and Larry. Guys, welcome to Living Local Carolina.
Thank you for having us.
What are we going to talk about today when it comes to bowling?
Kids, number one, and having
Yes.
fun, right? The young kids have a youth league, and they get to do activities, and I'm gonna say it's wholehearted fun for them.
Yeah. Well, introduce yourself, Larry, for those who may not know.
My name is Larry. I'm the proprietor of Myrtle Beach Bowl. And you're correct. The youth program is so different in regards, unlike other sports, there is no one that sits on the bench. Everybody participates. It doesn't matter your level, you can have fun.
It's also rain or shine, which I think is good to mention,
Yes.
Especially
Heat
on the
or cold.
coast here. Yeah, you can play it year round. So how often are you bowling with these kids?
So we go, and now it has exploded. We go once a week, currently Saturdays. But my son won the state championship, and so now we are traveling. He's entered into PBA, that was last week, the Professional Bowlers Junior League, and we have Storm next month or somewhere. We're bowling a lot now.
Okay. What are some techniques that I need to know about? Because I'm not the best bowler, I would say.
I'm not either at the moment. My son
Okay,
is beating
okay.
me, and that's a fun thing because we play basketball or anything else, and of course you're gonna beat. But now he's beating me. But I would probably say the most technique I would say is just get it down the middle of your lane. Just throw it down the
Seems
middle.
simple.
Hit the
doesn't it?
pins.
Yeah, hit the
Hit the
pin. There you go,
pins.
right? Hit the pins.
Well, Larry, how long have you been in the bowling industry?
Since 1970,
You're joking.
no,
Wow.
55 years.
Okay, so tell me all about what you do.
Oh, Lord. You know, bowling business is such a great business because you get to be with people every week. You get to know them. They bowl 30-some weeks in a row. You're going to get to know your customers really well. So it's a lot of fun. I love seeing what it can be for everything. Give you something, they bowl in on Friday nights, a youth adult program. There is no other sport that both adults and children can play and compete at the same time.
You're so right.
Parents can watch, they can support. This is the only one you're on the playing field together.
Wow.
So it's really unique. There's so many fun things you can do.
It's a family sport
It's
too.
it's a family sport, family business. I work with my daughter, my
Love it.
grandsons, and my adopted daughters. We're all together, so it's a very much family-run operation.
See, I'm interested in getting a custom bowling ball.
I can handle that.
Do people do that
Yes.
still?
Now,
Okay.
my son-in-law runs that pro shop.
Oh,
As I said,
really?
It's definitely a family-run business. Yes, we can set
Okay.
you up.
Well, if somebody was interested in joining the league or just coming by to bowl, what's the best way to get in contact with you guys? What's the process?
Call the center, 843-236-1020. But you also can go on our website, myrtlebeachbowl.com, our Facebook. There's so much there. That's how I recommend, because doesn't mean age. We've got people bowling at 4. My oldest bowler has just turned 96 and
Wow.
bowls 2 times a week. So
That's awesome.
What else can have that span? There's just nothing.
Really, there isn't anything. I know golf you can play for pretty long, but bowling, you can't start golf when you're 4 years old,
No.
really.
So it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah, that's
And it's so
awesome.
warm and inviting. Everyone loves everyone. They have coaches that help out the young kids, even some of our adults. And now my son, he's giving me hints. Like, Dad, you got to put this there. I'm like, boy.
Let's go play basketball.
right?
Guys,
Let me
we'll see
remind
who's
you.
boss.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming by the show. Where can people learn more information again?
843-236-1020, myrtlebeachbowl.com.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Quadre Stuckey. We're talking about beautiful, beautiful artwork with a rich cultural heritage. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm blessed. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me today.
We're going to do a lot of fun stuff, but first I want to get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
I want you to kind of walk me through your creative process when it comes to this.
So when it comes to my creative process with the artwork, I like to visualize what I'm going to do first in my mind, and then I like to, draw it and sketch it on the canvas. And then once I sketch it on the canvas, I like to add that paint to bring it to life.
And you have quite a history.
Yes.
Why did you get into art in the first place?
I would say art is like my God-given talent. It wasn't something I had to try hard with. It was something that would naturally come to me that just kind of flows easy. So I wanted to use that and share my gift with the world.
I would say that when you look at your art, I was taking a look at your portfolio, and
Yes.
a lot of it is so striking.
Yes.
You have such a unique look.
Yes.
How would you describe your art, though?
I mean, I would describe my art as kind of like a mixture between like contemporary pop art and then low country Gullah lifestyle series. That's what I say, because that's our history and rich culture in Charleston, South Carolina, where I'm from. So it's about that Gullah lifestyle, maintaining the culture and the heritage. So I'm just telling the story through my artwork.
Why is that important to you?
I feel like it's important because if you don't tell your own stories, somebody else will tell your story and control your narrative. So it's better for you to keep your own history and pass it down to the generations to come, like your grandkids, your great-grandkids, and your children, to let them know where they came from and what you did to make it here where you're at today.
And how does it feel whenever people see your art for the first time?
It feels amazing because, with artwork, it speaks to everybody different. You know what I'm saying? People get happy, people get excited, people get, filled with joy. So, I mean, me inside, that's just a good, heartwarming feeling that I feel every time that people see it, experience it, and then they just love it and fall in love with it.
And what would you say is the toughest part of the process for you?
The toughest part of the process was, I'd probably say, selling it, because, these are like my kids, and then somebody wants to buy it, you gotta let it go and then not look back. But, at the same time, I could just paint another one.
And speaking of, if someone is interested in purchasing your art or taking a look,
Yes.
How can they do that?
Well, they could go online to my website, www.quaddesigns.net, or they could go onto my nonprofit site, www.GullaGeeChee.FamilyFoundation.com, purchase the artwork.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Quadre. I appreciate you visiting me today.
Definitely.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. I have an author in the studio, John. Thank you so much for being here with me
Thanks
today.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, let's get right into it. You wrote this book called Visited Mom Today, and it's about your own personal experience with your mother, amongst other stories. Tell me all about it.
Sure. So my mother was diagnosed about 16 years ago with Alzheimer's, and for 13 of those years, she was in a memory care unit. And so the last 8 years, she also was nonverbal. And so I would take her to different areas in the nursing home, and I would have her sit with other residents, and I would talk to them. And these are a collection of the stories of the sweet, poignant, funny stories that some of the residents and I had.
I feel like that's something you don't see very often when we're talking about this terrible disease. Are good, fun moments too. So do you have anything that sticks out from the book, maybe?
Well, first of all, that is exactly right. I think there's so much out there about the science, and there's so much out there about the symptoms and what to look for, but there's really not a human side to Alzheimer's or dementia, so I think that's sort of where that fits. There was one woman that really sticks out for me. She was a nurse in her real life, and when she became a resident at the nursing home in the memory care unit, she thought she was working as a nurse. So she would greet me every time I came at the elevator and tell me how my mother was doing that day, and then would take me, down the hall to check in, and she was just in her element. And really the key to having these discussions is really you have to step into their world because they can no longer step into ours.
That's such a good point. Well, how long did it take for you to write the book?
It was over a period of the 8 years. And what I did was, these were Facebook posts that I did. And so they really started out as just posts for my friends to read and hear what was happening with my mother, and these kind of funny, sweet stories. And over time, people said, you have so many of these, you should be putting them in a book or a collection. And that's really what made me do the book.
I love when there's stories like that where the stories are so good you have to write a book about it,
Right. Exactly.
Well, I know somebody watching right now is going to want to know where they can find this.
Sure.
Where can they find the book?
You can get the book right now on Amazon, and you can just search for Visited Mom Today, and it should come right up.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Serenity Healthcare Solutions. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am at Serenity Healthcare Solutions and I'm joined by Erin, who is a nurse practitioner here. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Tell me all about you guys and what you're all about.
So we are a primary care practice that does a lot of stuff. So we do a lot of addiction treatment. We have some aesthetics. We have regular primary care, basically from birth all the way up to death. So we have a little bit of everything.
Okay, let's kind of go over this menu by category here. You guys do addiction support as well?
We do. So,
let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so our addiction is medication-assisted treatment. So usually with buprenorphine with naloxone. We have injectable buprenorphine, so it's extended release. It gives people a lot more freedom. And we help people get off opioid addictions, or you can also use it for pain management. So you got some options there. We're different because we also have all these other services. Nobody knows why you're here. You're safe. You're in a safe place. You can share anything with us. We don't judge you. And you're surrounded by people that can actually care.
That's really nice. I can imagine. What do you think is the most rewarding part of your job and what you get to do every day?
When I have somebody who was struggling and then they come in one day and was like, I made it through a whole month. And that's great. And yeah, I can be tougher than a lot of people, but I love it when they succeed. Yeah. I'll be your biggest cheerleader. So those success stories, those people who feel good and are like living their best life, that's very rewarding.
That's awesome. So you guys also do primary care here.
We do.
So run me through the full gamut of that as well.
So primary care is just like you would anywhere else. You come in and we do take care of everything. High blood pressure, diabetes, babies, healthy people, sick people. We take care of them all.
As well as aesthetics too.
As well as aesthetics. So
gotta love that.
You gotta feel good about yourself, right? And Botox and stuff is great, but not everybody needs it. And I'll tell you that. I don't think anybody needs it, but if it makes you feel good and you build your confidence up, then it's worth it.
Love it. Okay, well, how can somebody become a patient here? What does that whole process look like?
Not too difficult. I mean, you can find us online. You can call the office. We take most insurances. There's a few we don't, but we're also very affordable if you don't have insurance. So we like to be available to people.
I love that. I love that. Tell me about the team here. What is it like to work here?
It's fun. Yeah. We have a lot of fun. It's very family oriented. So the other nurse practitioner here, his wife is our office manager. His daughter runs the front desk there. The mother-in-law works here. So it's very family oriented. We're happy to have small animals. We do have a dog that comes on site every day. So we like to keep it cozy. It's great.
Love it. Are there any other things that you think people should know about Serenity, about what you guys do, or what makes you different?
I think just because we are so family oriented, you can be comfortable coming in here at any time with your child, with your mother, with whomever, because it's very open and very inviting. Whether it be for addiction or for primary care or just coming in for some aesthetic stuff. Like, you should be comfortable and not be made to feel out of place.
Well, if somebody's watching this right now and they want to learn more about you guys and figure out where you're located, where can they do that?
You can go on our website, it's serenityhealthcaresolutions.com. We're also located at 605 West Palmetto Street in Florence, and you can always call us 843-942-9960.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Serenity Healthcare Solutions.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.